Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the webinar. And if you were on the Facebook Live, the event, or on the group trying to watch this, I want to apologize for the tech issues I had tonight. Still don't know exactly what was going on with Facebook, but they were not cooperating. So we're going to do this instead. And this is recorded and posting and sending out later because I know a lot of you guys were looking forward to this information. So my name is Kimberly Leving, and I'm going to show you today, we're going to talk about restoring your gut and some simple ways that you can restore your gut health and lose weight. And I'm guessing this is probably not the first time that you've looked into this. And the first thing I want to mention is that if you failed before or things didn't go exactly right, I just want to say it's not your fault because there's so much information out there. It can really be confusing. And a lot of times, I think we get into information overload and there's so much contradictory information out there, diet fads and different things. It's really hard to know what to do. And then it keeps you from taking any action. So I want to give you, it's okay. It's okay if that's where you're at. If you've been concerned in the past that you don't know where to start with healing gut issues or with your health issues, I want to put those fears to rest as well, because you can do this. You just need some guidance and just some sound guidance from the right person guiding you through it. And I think that a lot of times when a lot of people coming into this, they're coming from, the regular medical world, which there's nothing wrong with that. I have great respect for doctors, and some of the medications that we have out there are absolutely life-saving. But there's the other extreme of some of these things are really overprescribed, and it just makes you wonder, what is big pharma and some of the insurance companies, and whether or not they have our best interest at heart. When it seems like taking another pill is always the next answer. So if you've ever thought that, I don't know, you might be right. You might be thinking and questioning some of those things. But I want to say this, that if the difference between, going that route and going this route specifically with me is I do care. I care. I've been there, and I want to see you thriving. I want to see you with more energy, and I want to see you living pain-free, and that's why we're here. So, and I know you want to look better, you want to feel better, you want to have more energy and enjoy the things you want to do. So that's what I want to show you how to make that happen during this webinar. And my goal during this is to help two different types of people. So whether you're just beginning your health journey and you really have no idea where to start, you're going to get some strategies that are proven to work and easy to follow. And for more experienced people, you're going to get simple tools that'll keep you on track with your health journey, and it's going to give you better results, faster results, faster results. So, okay. So my goal is for this webinar is just to show you some of the research that's confirming that really the only way for you to have the energy that you want, lose the weight that you want, reverse the aging process, possibly reverse some of the disease process that you may be in, is to focus on improving gut health. The only way for you to begin to heal your gut is to learn the skills that I'm going to review tonight. So my name is Kimberly Leving, and I've been teaching on gut health since 2012 after taking my own family through a gut healing diet. Our doctor was so impressed with our results that she asked me to start teaching her other patients. And so then later I became a certified health coach, and I've helped tons of people over the years through coaching one-on-one. I've now got some online programs and also through speaking through the years. And I've been, and I want to back up and tell you my story from where I came from and why you should listen to me. And that's, I was a worn out frustrated mom who was just trying to recover both my own health and our family's health. My kids had a long list of health issues. We had mental stuff going on, physical stuff going on, including allergies, depression, a lack of energy, achy joints, ADHD, autism, gut issues, just to name a few. And I was learning that a lot of people were recovering their health with diets and making better choices. So I decided to start making some changes to our diets so that we could begin to feel better. We began to see some results with, we tried the gluten and dairy-free diet first. And that worked for a while, but the problem was we hit a plateau and I didn't do things the right way. And it seemed like we were becoming worse and more sensitive. Kids weren't growing. My oldest was in a size 8 for 3 years. And so that's not good. We all looked sick. I was exhausted. My cravings for processed food and sugar was becoming worse. And I was really scared to try another new thing because I was intimidated. We had already done so much. I was really intimidated about the work involved and possibly the money involved and all of these things. But what we were doing was no longer working. So we continued to get worse, went to the doctor, and at the suggestion of our doctor, I decided to try another avenue which focused on gut health. And as I was learning the specifics, I knew it was the answer. I knew we all needed it, and I wanted to just work on the core problem. So I really dove in. I wanted to learn everything I could, but it was absolutely overwhelming, all the specifics of it. And I felt a little bit intimidated. Thankfully, I'm a stubborn person, and I ended up working through it and really simplifying a lot of the processes involved. And it saved us time and it got us results. And I knew if I could stick to it, if it was easier to implement. And I was really encouraged by our results in the very beginning and how quickly those came. My son's behavior improved almost immediately, which was really encouraging. And over time, all the kids began to thrive again. My depression, anxiety went away, seizures went away. I had more energy and started to look and feel better than I had ever felt before. So you might not be dealing with all the same issues that we were, but research is confirming, and that's when I show you that gut health is really the key to ultimate health and our ability to lose weight, have energy that goes all day long, our mental health, even our moods. It's all related to the gut. And traditionally, health issues are dealt with by pills, taking pills, following fad diets, and hoping that it'll work. And the result a lot of times is it might work for a little while, but then whatever it is comes back. So focusing on the gut makes the changes long lasting because you're tackling the core problem. And this is what I want to show you tonight is some simple things you can do in order to do that. So, oops, the wrong way. Okay. So we're going to cover how to nourish your body with whole seasonal foods and push out the toxins that's left you with all the extra pounds and the cellulite, how to combat fatigue and access a completely natural source of energy that you haven't experienced since you were a child. And I'm serious about that because, and I actually didn't really put it here the way it should read because I have more energy now at the age of 49 than I did as a child. How to eliminate food allergies that you probably don't even know you suffer from. So a few testimonies show you what some others are saying. And that first from my friend Dawn, she watched us go through this journey. She says, I've known Kim and her family for 17 years, long before terms like gut health were part of our popular vocabulary. Kim was researching and honing healing techniques for her own family out of necessity. She knows firsthand what works and what doesn't, and she's graciously put her knowledge in a format that can easily be shared with others in need. I am personally grateful for her passion on this subject and wholeheartedly recommend her as a gut health coach. And from my friend Roger, Kim is a true helper and advocate of good health, having learned so much as she changed her family's health. What she offers is sound, practical advice that works. It's more the personal experience she has researched and studied in order to coach you to better gut health along with other professionals. Moving on to the next slide, as long as it moves. There we go. Okay. So, do these symptoms ring a bell? This is a list of common symptoms that the majority of people and clients that I coach experience. And these are, we had every one of these on this list. It is likely that you may even see or recognize some of these that you yourself have been struggling with. And these are related to an imbalance in the digestive system. So all of these headaches and fatigue and constipation and diarrhea, bloating, yeast infections, colds and brain fog, and then anxiety and depression. It's very common to experience these symptoms, as well as to know others close to us who experience these symptoms. It's also very common for our gut to be one of the most neglected systems in our body. The standard American diet is one of the main culprits for an out of whack digestive system. And it's my hope that after this webinar, you'll feel a little more empowered to take preventive action against illness by taking care of your gut. So the digestive system plays a critical role in absorbing nutrients, maintaining energy, and maintaining metabolism. Digestion works by moving the food that we consume through the gastrointestinal tract, the GI tract. Digestion begins when we salivate and continues as we chew. As we digest our food, it breaks down into smaller molecules. In the image, I'll show you in the next image, you're going to see a visual of the organs in the human body, and sometimes it helps to actually see where everything is going. So let me move to the next slide so you can see that. The GI tract is made up of 7 key organs, and this includes the gallbladder, the large intestines, the liver, the esophagus, pancreas, small intestines, and the stomach. And each of these organs have unique functions and characteristics. And the home of unfriendly and friendly bacteria, microorganisms, the good and the bad gut bacteria, the microorganisms in your gut typically, listen to this, they typically weigh 4 to 5 pounds and need to fill approximately 300 meters of intestinal lining. So pretty amazing. And take a look at the image that you see now to better understand what the GI tract looks like in the human body. And understanding the body will better help you connect with it. So when you think of your digestive system, I want to have you think about it's the root of your health. All that we eat and drink passes through this system. It's the system responsible for absorbing vital nutrients, maintaining balance, as well as building a strong immune system. If this system is not functioning properly, our whole body will not absorb the nutrients that it needs, and our whole body will be affected by our immune system because it's going to be weak, and you're going to have an increased risk of illness and a lot of common ailments and even autoimmune disorders. So now we're going to look at how to improve your gut health. And we want to start with a healthy foundation. So eating clean, organic whenever you can, natural products whenever you can. And, you know, I do education on what a natural product is, because sometimes the labeling is a little bit tricky. They'll put all natural on it and it's not at all. But eating toxic-free foods that are free of herbicides, pesticides, hormones, antibiotics, and getting our gut into balance with a ratio of 85% friendly bacteria to 15-20% unfriendly bacteria. So, and I go into this a lot more specifically in one of my programs. I don't have time for that tonight on what all the bacteria does for you. But there's supplements that you can take, and then there's food. So there's supplements for both enzymes and probiotics that help, and then there's food that you can use that also contains enzymes and probiotics. Okay, so prebiotics is the first food we want to cover, and prebiotic food is the fermentable fiber. They are the foods that actually feed your gut flora. They feed the friendly gut bacteria. So you want to think of them as sort of the fertilizer for your food. And here's some information on what those are. So according to the authors of Gut Insight, they say that bananas, specifically green bananas, apples, blackberries, blueberries, boysenberries, strawberries, raspberries, cranberries, and raisins are all prebiotic foods. Vegetables rich in prebiotic content include artichokes, asparagus, red and white onions, leeks, garlic, dandelion greens, tomatoes, all these, and really any raw fruits and vegetables are going to help with prebiotic. Flaxseed is good. There's so many good ones out there, but these specifically are a little bit higher in prebiotic content and making it where it needs to feed the good bacteria. So probiotics are live microorganisms, which when administered in adequate amounts, they confer a health benefit on the host. So there are over 400 strands of bacteria, and the most common are Acidophilus, Casei, Plantarum, Bifidum. A lot of these you've probably seen on if you're taking a probiotic, you may have heard of some of these. These are some of the more common ones, but there is a lot more than just these strains. And the benefits of probiotics are they help with digestion. They assist in absorption of nutrients. They fight yeast, candida. They prevent and control diarrhea. They help with eczema. They help with constipation too. That's not on here, but they do. They improve and protect the immune system, and they protect against disease-causing pathogens. This is important. So, they help decrease the carcinogenic components that are in the intestinal tracts. They really help keep things in balance. So cultured foods, also known as probiotic food, are some ways that you can get some of these good bugs into your diet. And these are things like cultured yogurt, organic kefir, kimchi, miso dressing, sauerkraut. That's one of my favorites for sure. Tempeh, pickles, olives, and other foods. There's just a ton of different fermented foods out there that you can do. And enzymes. So let's cover this as well. I'm going to back up a minute on the cultured foods, though. Something I forgot to say is the cultured foods piece is so important because it contains cultured foods, especially raw, contain prebiotics, probiotics, and enzymes, all three of the things that you need. So I think they're very important to consume. So this is the enzyme part. And when you chew your food well, at least 15 to 20 times for each bite, including smoothies, yes, that's what I said, chew your smoothies, you naturally produce enzymes that aid in digestion. So the enzymes start in your mouth, and then they help with the absorption of nutrients. If you have a condition like adrenal fatigue, you're going to want to chew longer, even longer than the 15 to 20 times, so that you're promoting better digestion. Enzymes are an essential factor in converting the food that we eat into a form our bodies can use for nourishment and energy. So without optimal functioning of these enzymes, good digestion may be impaired. And you can take digestive enzymes, you can take probiotics, or you can eat fermented food with your meals as a digestive health insurance plan. So my healthy solutions, some of the things that I cover are in my coaching, which I'm going to go over some of the things, programs I have. Detoxification. This means you're cleaning the blood. This is done by removing impurities from blood in the liver, because your liver is where toxins are processed for elimination. So the body also eliminates toxins through the kidneys, the intestines, the lungs, your lymph, skin. But when the system is compromised, impurities aren't properly filtered, and every cell in the body is affected by it. So detox is very, very important. Clean eating is simply eating foods that are non-GMO, mostly organic, and free of all the herbicides and pesticides. And then also food that's free of hormones and steroids and antibiotics. And specifically, if you're eating meat, that you're getting grass-fed meats. If you're getting any kind of dairy, that you're getting organic or raw, or both, ideally, as you're consuming, so you're not getting the hormones and steroids. So one thing, I am going to go over some of my coaching, but this is why coaching helps, because it really helps you, one, navigate through all the stuff that's out there, all the information out there. So you get support with that, you get education, you get knowledge-based protocols, health assessments, and tailored programs that fit you. Okay, so I want to tell you a quick story about us and our health journey. I really thought when we started our journey, this is me several years ago, when my daughter Charlotte on the left first got diagnosed. It was right around the same time. And I thought that just simply eliminating the food that I knew was an issue, and for us it was the only ones I knew of was gluten and dairy, because that's what I had read about. And I thought by doing that, adding in some supplements, that would just be the best course of action. But I didn't know what I didn't know. I spent thousands. I mean, as a family, we spent thousands of dollars on supplements, hours upon hours researching diets. I eliminated, I thought I was doing the right thing. But we became more sensitive, and there's just a lot of bad information out there, a lot of bad advice, and a lot of bad products, honestly. We became more sensitive, not just to foods, but environmental toxins. It was crazy. I was having seizures from cross-contamination. Our reactions, mood, behavior, all were getting worse. And I really was at my wit's end until I discovered that by focusing on healing the gut, we'd get to the core problem. So not only did we need to eliminate the right foods, but we also needed to add in the gut-friendly foods and detox. And it seemed daunting, but I knew that I figured out that by simplifying, which is what I did, it would be easy to implement and follow. And so our results were astounding, and skin issues, seizures, anxiety all disappeared for me. And my kids started gaining weight again, behavior problems and allergies, ADHD, autism, all improved. And I knew I was on the right path. So I have to be honest though, backing up a minute, that when I first started making all these changes, I was really overwhelmed. I had my family and a lot of friends said I was nuts. And what made matters worse is we were all sick. But I knew I had to do something. And after I made up my mind I was going to do it, I focused on simplifying, and I was able to make the foods, get through it, and I know how to simplify and implement them. Um, and how to resolve, I learned how to resolve food sensitivities. It needs to be simple so that we can stay consistent and also not feel overwhelmed. So without simplifying the process, we would not have been successful. I would not have given up. I would have given up because of overwhelm. But luckily I didn't. I'm a little bit stubborn, and we saw food sensitivities improve, moods and behaviors improve, and autoimmune symptoms begin to disappear. So now I want to talk, because I know a lot of you were interested in this new 8-week Restore Your Gut Health program. That it's the only program designed to help you rehabilitate your gut and reclaim the life that you deserve. And I want to show you a little bit of some of the stuff that's in it. I'm going to screen share some other things too, so you can take a look at the inside. But I really want you to, become the master of your healthy blueprint. We're going to figure out which foods fuel your body, which foods wreak havoc on your body. We're gonna nourish your body with seasonal foods and get rid of the toxins that have left you with extra pounds and left you with no energy. We're going to get rid of that fatigue, and we're going to eliminate food allergies that you probably don't even know you have, or food allergies and sensitivities. So I really, really want to help you feel alive, energetic, and ready to take on the world again. So this is a screenshot of some of the things that are in here. I'm going to go into more depth. I like visuals, and I figure most other people do too, but here's some of the details. You're going to get 4 bi-weekly jam-packed ebooks. So each ebook covers 2 weeks. So this is a full 8 weeks, but each ebook contains 2 weeks worth of resources, step by step, that take you through the process of detoxing and food. You're going to get recipe guides, 59 recipes, drink recipes, food recipes, that's going to help keep you nourished. We have 8 weeks worth of suggested meals to help the gut rebuilding go a little bit easier. So you don't have to plan. I've done that for you. I've got shopping lists for you. I'm putting together a Facebook group community. And I think community makes all the difference. We're going to have a live Q&A within the group to help you answer your questions, go into really, dig in deep of what that week's goal is, or our focus is. I'll call it a focus. So it's going to be a great community. You're going to get email support from me, because I want to make sure that you succeed in this. Tons of handouts with simple reminders. And you're also going to get a food diary, so that you can record and really unleash, what's working, what's not working. So you might be thinking, there's no way that all the symptoms I have can be chalked up to poor gut health. And my answer is maybe not, but it's a really good place to start. So why not? I mean, when you look at these stats, 70 million people suffer from digestive issues. An estimated 15 million Americans have food allergies, whether they really realize it or not. I mean, that's an incredible number. And then if you look at your gut health, makes up 70% of your immune system. I just don't know why you wouldn't do this. Your gut is referred to as your body's second brain. And if that's not important to you, I just don't know what is. Poor gut health causes autoimmune diseases, hormone imbalance, mental illness, diabetes, weight gain, skin issues, and so many other problems. So once you rebuild your gut, you're going to feel amazing. So that's what makes us different. We're going to go on an adventure together. I'm going to teach you how to eat foods that are healthy and delicious, but also serve your body. And you're not going to have to count calories. Instead, you're going to learn how to meet your health goals over an 8-week period. So I have an early bird price of $199 that is good through September 30th. And that's for the entire 8 weeks, or you can split that up into payments of $99.50, just 2 payments, and that deadline September 30th. This program is starting on October 8th. So from October 1 through the October 8th, the regular price is $249, or 2 payments of $123.50. And now I'm going to show you what that looks like. Get out of. Okay, now I want to give you a picture of what this looks like. Here's one of the guides, and this covers 2 weeks, and you can see I've outlined, week 1, I've outlined a schedule. We go over toxicity, different ways to assist your liver, going into different foods, and then you can go down so many different things within this. And there's 4 of these. So and I'm going to go through each week step by step what you're going to need to do. And then I want to give you a look at some of the handouts. Okay, so some of the handouts that I have, just so you know, I mean, we go over self-care, how loving your crock pot, how to remove phytic acid. You may not even know what that is. I will teach you. It's important. Alkalizing, benefits of coconut oil. And then I have all these recipe guides. I mean, there's so much information within this program. It's going to blow you away. Let me go. And I want to stop the share and come back. Okay, so I'm going to post a link so that you have access to the group. If you have any questions at all, like, is this really for me? Or maybe you need to see a little more detail or hear a little bit more, I'd be happy to talk to you. Just shoot me a message and let me know. And I hope to see you guys. I hope you take advantage of this, because it's a huge value for what you're getting, and along with the coaching and the group and going through all this together. Like I said, I've been pouring my night and day into this, trying to finish it up, because well, what I did timing wise, I didn't want to be doing all this through the holidays, and I'm sure you didn't either. So anyway, I hope to see you on the inside. Let me know if you have any questions at all. Have a good night.